Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are out in the world. Time for another unboxing. Welcome back to the American Legends Watch channel. Today we have the Timex collaboration with Brooks Brothers, my favorite clothing brand. I have an old Timex here from back in the day. This is one of their Expedition field watches I've had since the 90s. Been going strong, a few batteries later. Absolutely love the Indiglo light, if you can see that light up with the touch of a button. Underrated for sure. Also be using this absolutely gorgeous Damascus steel knife that I recently purchased at Artisphere, downtown Greenville. If anybody's interested in this beauty, I'll try to dig up the website and put it in the comments, but sharp as a razor and absolutely beautiful folded steel. So let's get to it. Just came in today, new release for 2023. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first review of this little gem here on YouTube. So I'm eager to get this out to you guys, especially since I haven't done a review here lately. So let's get into it. Just a little box. Here we go. And the Japanese movement made in the Philippines. It does have a Miyota movement beating away inside. Great collaboration, especially for me here on the American Legends Watch channel. Timex, legacy American brand. Brooks Brothers, legacy American clothier. My favorite clothier. So here we go. You know, decent box. They're the two respective brands there on the top. Dark blue. I believe it's going to be mirrored in some of the design of the watch itself. Here again, Brooks Brothers. You can buy this on the Timex website as well as the Brooks Brothers website. Put the links in the description below. Same price. Got a little better, got free shipping with the Timex website, so I did go that route personally. So here we go. Zoom in a little bit on that. Look at that. Comes with, and this is what really sealed the deal for me, comes with that Nato strap with the dark red, the dark blue, and the white that are very characteristic of Brooks Brothers clothing. They use those a lot. Matched on this dark blue pillow. And the watch itself, very elegant. The dual branding here. Both Timex, and has the Brooks Brothers logo on there, which is a lamb suspended. I'm not quite sure what all the meaning of that is, but they've been using that logo for ages. On the back, also double branded. Of course, it has the stickers on there for right now. Let's take a look at the strap. SB Foot Tanning Company, Minnesota, USA. So look at that. USA made strap. Love that. Timex stamped in there. 38 millimeter, very classically proportioned. Kind of dolphin hands. The Roman numerals around the dial, kind of Cartier-esque. No date. Very smooth time setting. Local time here is after 6. Wearing my Dan Henry today on the Bark and Jack strap. Let's see, at 6:34. Your local time. And set that. Put a little wine. Typical kind of nice feel of a Miyota. It's the 8000 series in there beating away. Let's take some stickers off. Got a domed acrylic crystal on there. An old world charm. It is a little on the thick side. Measure it here in a second. Take the sticker off back. There we go. So it says strap China, movement Japan, but the strap is actually stamped USA. So maybe the spring bars were Chinese, maybe the rest of the hardware is Chinese. I certainly wouldn't be surprised at that. We got a signed clasp, quick release spring bars, which is great to be using with the Nato strap. Do love quick release spring bars. Let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist. very classic piece. I intend to use this as kind of a weekend, zoom out a little bit here, kind of a weekend watch, especially on the Nato strap. Go ahead and try this on. So here we go. That's a very supple leather. I'm very impressed with that leather. I'm going to look that up. SB Foot Tanning Company in Minnesota. 18 millimeter, I believe, lugs. Plenty of extra strap for me on my 6.5 inch wrist. Let's see if I can get into one of those holes. There we go. Plenty thick, kind of a luxurious feel on the strap, really. I'm very impressed with that strap. And then absolutely classy, particularly on this. Of course, I'm wearing a Brooks Brothers dress shirt, and absolutely classy. And with the soft curved edges of that dome, does slide underneath the cuff fairly easily. Definitely dressy on the black leather. And it's an automatic movement, of course, as noted on the dial. That is it's a white dial, but it's kind of an off-white. You can tell compared to the shirt. It's a little bit more of a muted, softer white. Almost an opaline. The dial itself is untextured, printed numerals, printed minute track. See the seconds hand ticking away. There is a little bit of loom on both the hour and the minute hand. I like how the minute hand does extend all the way out to the minute track. That's always a detail that I appreciate. Actually has Brooks Brothers again printed down here where you could typically see something like made in Japan or made in Swiss made or something like that down there, interrupting the minute track. Actually is printed Brooks Brothers, which is probably why they needed to put those stickers on the back, because they didn't put the place of manufacture there on the dial itself as it would typically be. But it's automatic, so it will wind itself on the wrist. Nice counterbalance on the second hand there. Fairly small crown. I do like larger crowns, but to be a dressier piece, I understand. Good grip on it. Good knurling on the crown itself. Let's take it back off. Do a few measurements here. That is a perfectly smooth crown, unsigned. Get out the little plastic calipers here. Alright, so right under 38 millimeters, 37.9. The thickness is what I noticed first, just under 13 with the crystal. Not including the crystal, it's actually pretty slender. Hard to get an accurate measurement of that. But about 8.6, not including the crystal, so the crystal does add quite a bit to about 12.6 or so. So it is under 13. Lug to lug, 45.5-ish. And that inside the lugs, which we really call lug to lug, is just a hair over 18. So 18 millimeter straps working here just fine. The fit and finishing is nice, although nothing too fancy. You get kind of a sharp transition along the side of the case rather than a flat side, which I'm okay with. Kind of droop down lugs, also kind of angular, but nicely smoothed out. Don't get any sharp edges here, so kudos to that, especially for the money. We haven't talked about the price yet, but these are under $400, about $370 out the door with tax and everything, which I think is a really good deal. You're getting 2 heritage brands, you're getting some really beautiful styling, you're getting the 2 bands that come with it. I'll do some photography with it on the Nato strap here, which is going to be a little bit tricky because these straps are quick release, so they're going to take the spring bars out with them. Fortunately, let's take a look here in the box, because they did give us some goodies in the box. We do have an extra set of spring bars. Thank you very much. They gave us a spring bar tool, kind of small, but appreciate that, especially for folks who have never done that before. Instruction manual, warranty, all that good stuff. Nice pillow for you to keep it on. So good job with the presentation. Could certainly see this being used and being popular here for Father's Day coming up here shortly here in the United States here in June. Definitely could see this being sold with, say, a nice tie or one of your spiffy signature white dress shirts, and it certainly does complement the dress shirt well. So here it is on the Nato strap. As promised, it does match with the other Brooks Brothers colors. I just happen to have this tie, and you can see how, well, it's not exactly the same exact colors. It certainly does kind of mirror the colors that Brooks Brothers tends to use. Here's a cufflink set. I got this set of cufflinks to match that tie here a couple years ago, and they really do match that Nato very well. So if you wanted to be a little outgoing and wear your fancy French white cuff shirt with the cufflinks and everything, and then throw this on for a little bit of fun, that can certainly be done. I do love those colors. I don't have anything that quite matches that in my collection of Natos. I do have here, just for reference, currently on my little Bulova that I'm servicing. Here is the Valor strap that TGV designed over the Urban Gentry, but you can tell how that's different set of colors, even though I love that strap as well. But this is nice 18mm strap. The hardware's very good, signed there, very sturdy. Of course, the finishing and everything matches very well. So fun piece for the weekend, but in just a couple minutes you can put on that leather strap that comes with it. So very impressed, very happy with this purchase. This is unsponsored, of course. I bought this with my own money, kind of an impulse. When I saw this come out, I was like, yes, that is perfect for me, the intersection of a couple of great brands that I really admire and respect, and have been relying on this old Timex beater for years and years. Put it on this black Nato strap, so Nato strap fan. That's actually a Seiko Nato strap, but love that this one came with this piece, and it just matches it great. So after a day on the wrist, back to report that great wearing experience. Really enjoyed wearing this. Proportions are great. The elegance really pops out in public and out on the wrist. Already got several compliments on this, wearing it out on the Nato strap. Wore a dark blue shirt that went with it great earlier. Only a few just minor complaints. Wish it did have some loom pips around the dial. Only the hands are loomed, so you really only see the hands at night, and it's hard to really get any kind of orientation on it. It's a decent amount of loom. It stays lit for a while. Again, I wish it were just a hair thinner, but really with that classic soft feel of the domed acrylic, it really does slide under a shirt cuff very well. Those Roman numerals give me kind of Cartier vibes. I love seeing the little Brooks Brothers logo down there. I'm really going to enjoy this piece a lot. And for the money, $350 before tax, one of the least expensive and one of the more nicely styled watches you're going to find anywhere that has a Japanese automatic movement, in this case a Miyota 8000 movement. So that's it. Really impressed with this. Hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, have fun out there, and God bless.